Okay, so next part we're going for rationalizing the denominator. The process of eliminating our surd in denominator by multiplying the numerator and denominator with its conjugate. What's the meaning of this? Means now our surd number is at denominator. Rationalizing means we have to eliminate, we have to get off this surd. We have to get off this surd. We have to eliminate this surd. So how are we going to do? We need to multiply. So this is the concept, multiply numerator and denominator with its conjugate. With its conjugate. So our conjugate will referring to the denominator part. So this is what we mean rationalizing denominator. So what is the conjugate for surd number? It will be more easier. So it will just change the sign. So let's say if surd A plus surd B, conjugate, change the sign, become minus, opposite sign. So if your complex, if your surd number is surd 2 minus surd 3, conjugate become positive, change to the opposite sign. So this one doesn't care whether it's in front or at the back, just the operation between this surd number. Alright, we no need to find imaginary part. This is not complex number. When we come to chapter 2, it's go back real number. Okay, so go back for this situation. When you want to rationalizing this denominator, means we need to time with its conjugate. So its conjugate will be 1 minus surd 3. 1 minus surd 3. So we will multiplying for both denominator and numerator with its conjugate. Alright, so that will be our first concept here. And then we focus our denominator part. You will notice that it is in terms of A plus B, A minus B. You want to multiply, right? So A plus B, A minus B. So for denominator part, when we're meeting this situation, square root of A, I go for this, A plus B times A minus B. So previously when you learn this, it will give you A square minus B, B square in your lower secondary, correct? So can or not this one? If not, we can expand and prove it. A times A square, A times B here, negative, AB. Then B times A here, positive, AB. Then B times B at the back, negative, B square. So notice that A and B plus minus cancel off. Okay, so go back here. When you have A plus B times with A minus B, we can go for A square minus B square. So when we have one square here, still having 1, correct? When we have B square root 3 square, square root and square, so it gives you 3. Alright? Alright? So just now, if you have square root A plus square root B, this one times square root A plus minus square root B, we just operate this one. In front here square, at minus, at the back square. So this is what the formula can tell you. So in front here square, you give A. Minus, at the back square, you give B. Alright? Alright? Yes or no? Faham tak? So, you tak payah pergi lagi macam ni. Kembang. No need. Wasting time. So, when you meet this situation, straight away, we apply in front square, which is A square. A stands for the things at the front here. B stands for the things at the second terms here. So 1 square minus B square. So it will give you 3. So up here, we will multiply like usual. So 1 times 1, 1 times 3. So what can you notice at your denominator? It give back. It go back. It from irrational. It from irrational already changed to rational. So that's why we call it rational, rationalizing denominator. Alright, so by Multiplying is conjugate. So this one we haven't finished, we have divided. So negative 1 over 2, that will positive 3 over 2, divide 1 by 1.